All right, guys. So, welcome back to another awesome episode of the John Show, and we're gonna dive right into it because this is a video where this young man ended up with an older lady, and she got pregnant. And the funny thing is, he had it wrapped up, like literally, he had a condom on, he had it wrapped up, and what she did while he was sleeping is what the conversation is all about today. So we're gonna dive in, go through the story, and really he's upset. He's trying to figure out if he's really the dad, and also he's trying to sue her for emotional support and stress, because that's he had intercourse with this lady, did not consent to making her pregnant because he had a condom on, and it looks like he had it flushed. Well, actually, he made a mistake and didn't flush it, had it in the garbage trash. And she claims that all properties in her house are her properties. So she took a syringe and put his semen in her. That is crazy. So let's get started. It's gonna be a good one.
And so I saw Tanya.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
Yeah, man, he likes the oldies, man. Some people say, it comes with experience. So I don't know about that, but he thought she was attractive. And of course, she was a manager at the store. And you know what they say, right? You got to provide great service in all shape and forms. That is crazy. So let's keep going. This is interesting.
Wrong with that. I saw Tanya. I chopped it up with her a little bit, got her number, this and that, and we've been talking for quite some time. But
He did the do.
I didn't we just kind of talked, and then eventually one night we kind of went out. I'd known her for about maybe 6 months.
And one thing led to another.
Yeah.
So, Ms. Adams,
That's right.
you remember that day that Mr. Lightfoot was in the store with his friend shopping for the barbecue, and you remember meeting them, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
He said he thought you were pretty. Did you think he was handsome?
Yes, Your Honor.
All
course
right,
he
now,
did.
now I don't really think it's appropriate to ask a woman her age. I'm never afraid to say mine, but if you don't want to say your age, that's fine. But what is the age difference?
I'm 40, so
40. Um do you guys think in the comment below, do you think she's 40 years old?
there's
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, so 12 years age difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't no way she's 40. She looks like she's 50, over 50, that's for sure. And I could be wrong, but there's no way no way. She's over 50 for sure.
So 12 years, and you
Or
thought
more.
he was handsome as well?
yes, ma'am.
And then you all exchanged numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now you at work.
I'm at work.
You the
and,
manager?
I'm the manager. I'm the store manager. Yes.
All
ma'am.
right, and was getting numbers too?
Well, the thing is, Michael always comes to our store, and we know each other pretty well.
You
'cause-
had a mutual friend.
Yes, we had a mutual friend. Yeah, and I'm single, and I was interested. So thought it couldn't hurt to get to know him.
And so the one
To get to have a little bit of fun, right?
night stand, you all were friends talking back and forth. You had a
Yeah.
one night stand. Where was the one night stand?
At my house.
So y'all were at your house.
Yes, ma'am.
And you all were intimate.
Yes, we were.
Did you use protection, Mr. Lightfoot?
Of course, I was always raised to use protection. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool, and that's something I
Don't
stand
be
by.
a fool.
Wrap that tool.
Wrap the tool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that one, honey.
Yeah. So
You
I
don't
was always
you want to
Okay.
make
you know.
you want to make sure you're safe when you shoot. All right, wrap it. All right, for all the guys out there that are doing what they do, the do, it's legit, it's fun, it's all good. But you guys need to realize you have to be responsible, guys. You have to be responsible, and hopefully you don't end up in a situation like this poor guy, where he did the right thing, and he got messed up still in the end. Which I think it's super crazy for you to actually have to get to a point where after you're done doing what you do, you have to literally protect yourself still. The best thing is to flush it, but they say don't flush it. So I know people would say, was that the story about what's that Canadian guy, Drake or whatnot? That was it. The story with Drake, with he put something in it and she tried something similar to that. Never the case. Nevertheless, this is really crazy. Now we're living in a world where you got to be careful, even the ones with the people that you end up messing with. So be careful out there, guys.
And that's what I made sure when I was with her, that I used protection, even though I didn't want to, but I knew this was the most responsible thing to do at the time.
All right.
That's
And
right.
so like, I'm a very busy person. I do stocks. I work in the office. And so, during that time, like, yeah, we were talking, but like, it was a while ago. That's not who I am anymore. But I was talking to a few different women, and she invited me over, and we happened to have sexual intercourses.
Intercourses?
Sexual intercourse.
So that's more than once?
It was like 3 times that night. So.
Yeah.
She was quick to say how many times, man. She must have loved it. I mean, she was providing great service to one of her customers, right?
You said a few times?
Yeah, that's why I like the younger men.
Oh, well, all right.
Oh, she's not afraid to
You
admit it,
like the
too.
younger men, so you had sex a few times that night, but every time was protected.
Yes, ma'am.
So why are we here today? If you had protected sex, you say in your complaint, Mr. Lightfoot, that she trapped you into having a baby.
Well, because what happened was, it was like, I had met her, and then like, I don't know, like 9 months, 8 months later or whatever, my homie tells me that, Tanya, she pregnant? And I was like, what do you mean she pregnant? But I didn't really think anything of it. It was just like something brief. And then next thing you know, he tells me that he sees a picture of Tanya's baby, and it looks like me and this and that.
Wait, hold on now. So after
Now, this is the good part. This is where the truth is going to come out. And this is where you guys need to pay attention, especially for the guys. You need to understand that there are some crazy people out there. And if you're not careful, you might end up with a situation that you don't like or don't want. So listen.
you all have this one-night stand, it was like a real one-night stand where
I kinda
y'all didn't
ghosted
even
her.
talk anymore.
Yeah, because I was very busy, and like I said, during that time, Your Honor,
Yeah.
I was talking to a few different women.
And
so
he just stopped talking to
And
me
so, like-
altogether. He totally ghosted me.
Coming up.
she invited me over to her crib, have more drinks, and that just led to something else, And I had
So
even
now
told her
I gotta
wasn't
ask
looking
you,
for a
Mr.
relationship.
Lightfoot, before I move on, because I already know what's going on here. Were you kind of giving her an idea that perhaps this could be more than a one-night stand? Were you doing some sweet talking
I was,
to try to get her in the bed?
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
Yes,
you know what
he
I'm
was.
I mean, yeah, I guess, I mean, don't, like he said, don't hate the player, hate the game, man. The guy was hollering. I mean, think about it this way. There's a huge age gap, right? He's still young, still his prime. He's still hustling, still working. And of course, like, what was she thinking? If you're at that age bracket, you have to understand what it means if you're going to end up with a guy that's young, never being married, never had kids. I The probability of him actually wanting to be with an older woman, not just for intercourse, but for like a long term, plan, is very, very small. So she should have known, or at least thought about the possibility that maybe he's just running game. And clearly she was into it as well, because she was talking about the fact that they did it 3 times, and that's the reason why she likes them young. So she already knows that the young folks are going to be doing what they do. And yeah, don't hate the player, man, hate the game. And now you guys end up in the courthouse where you have to explain that you thought he was going to come and do this and all that. That's all. Come on, you guys are all grown. You knew exactly what you guys were doing, right?
I kind of told her that I'm a very busy person, like for work and this and that, and I wasn't
Yes.
kind of like.
Did
looking
that
for
hurt
nothing.
your feelings that he didn't call back anymore, Ms. Adams?
Of course it did. Yes, yes.
And see, that's why I always tell women, please watch out for these one-night stands, because I don't know what it is today. Young women always want to convince themselves, oh, what the man can do to the girl can do.
I let
And
her
I
know
get all
what
of
it
that.
was.
But somehow when we get in these situations, am I right, ladies? We do not like real one-night stands. We get offended when you don't call back, and the one-night stand, that's technically what it is. Mm-hmm. Am I allowed to say hit it and quit it?
I think
Hit it and quit it.
I said it, but I mean this with sincerity. If you don't want to have that kind of relationship, be very careful entering into situations where that's what you get, because then the man moves on, you say he ghosted you, your feelings are hurt, but you really wanted him to call back because you were interested in having more of a dating, continuous relationship. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, which is
All right.
what the impression I got was going to be, we're going to have a relationship. I didn't know he was just going to just
Well, how you
ghost
get
me
that
just like
impression?
I
You didn't
told
even
her.
get.
It sounds like maybe she wanted a little bit more than just a one-time thing, Because, I mean, it's probably a hard situation for her to be getting it on a regular basis. So it would be convenient to have a little stud that'll be popping up after work in her shift and just come through. She got her house after all. Ain't nobody there to disrupt them and all that. So I think in her mind, she thought she had it all lined up. And then the dude came in and hit and quit. And she probably, wasn't so happy about the situation. But that does not take away what she did on that night. So we're going there. Let's hear.
Get invited over for the crab legs.
Exactly, Your Honors. Delusional.
No, not delusional.
No, I'm not being. I'm really not even being.
We were talking.
Being mean. My point is this. It's also about in the courting and you understanding what it was about. Did you all used to date outside of the bed? Like, did you all go out on dates before this?
Never. I talked to her small talk, like off and on here and there, and then it was just one night I just happened to invite her out. So let's go out, have a good time, have a few drinks. She invited me over to her crib, have more drinks, and that just led to something else, And I had
So now
told her
I gotta ask you, Mr. Lightfoot, before I move on, because I already know what's going on here. Were you kind of giving her an idea that perhaps this could be more than a one-night stand? Were you doing some sweet talking to try to get her in the bed?
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So
you got all the same.
answer is yes.
Well, like at the end of the day, I felt like I kind of kept it real with her. I kept it a buck. I was kind of telling her, like she was telling me that she wanted a family, but I was telling her I did want a family, but not right now. Not at.
Okay, so you all had
time.
these conversations.
Yeah.
He's too young. I mean, 28 is not young, but what I'm saying is the age difference is too big. So clearly there are two different places in their lives. He's still young in the sense that he's still figuring himself out. He's still trying to have fun, still in the game, still trying to just see what's out there. And like he said earlier, he was dating different people, trying to explore and see his options and just go with the vibe, right? And for her, it's a different story because she's older and she's more mature and she's looking for something more steady. But that basically means that they should have both sat down and had difficult conversations as to whether or not this is what they want. And I mean, it sounds like they probably did, but there must have been a misunderstanding somewhere. So, but I still want to get to the good part. I still want to get to the point where she basically took the condom out and did what she did. I want to hear that part.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it a little bit.
Not right now.
I didn't really want a relationship.
I told him exactly how I felt.
So take me to this whole baby thing. So
there you go.
You have a one-night stand where you use protection, and what happens?
Woo.
Well,
How'd the baby come?
He dozed off. I went ahead and took his condoms out of the trash. And I used a syringe and inserted his sperm inside of me. I looked it up online. I see how to do it. This is my property, man. You left it in my house. That's my property.
It's your property.
All right, guys. So going forward, if you're going to go to anybody's house, if it's not your house, if you're going to anybody's house, outside, hotels, like I don't even care. Make sure you pick up your stuff and get away with it. Don't leave it. Don't even try it, because if you're not careful, this is a lesson you can learn today, because if you're not careful, you might end up being exactly in the same courtroom if you end up with the crazy one.
It's you're saying
I leave my wallet at your crib. Now it belongs to you. You gonna start taking my cards and start spending my money just because it's at your crib?
Yo,
wait a minute, Ms. Adams. Now that rationale, that line of thinking. So you said to yourself, he left and the condom is still in the trash can. You didn't flush it down the toilet?
No, he dozed off.
No, that's a lesson you learned.
Yes, you're right.
She's a good mama. I'm gonna tell you, the judge probably have kids, and she's gonna sit down with her grown kids and tell them straight up, like with the things that I've seen in the courtroom, this is what you need to do if you're gonna go out and do your own thing. Cause man, this is a conversation that every parent should have with a young man. Seriously, like, and this is crazy. Let's just keep going, because this is getting more interesting.
Okay, you was today years old when you learned that.
I was young and dumb. I should have listened to my mom. She always told me, if you go somewhere, take all your belongings with you when you leave.
You know,
the mom was right. His mom was right. She's smart. She's old school.
And I should have never left my condoms there.
You knew the risk involved in the first place.
All right, so hold on. Now I want to understand this. So you're saying he left the condom, but it was in the trash, and you just took it upon yourself to say, well, you know what? If he left it behind, then it's mine.
Well,
nasty.
See, I got sayings too.
Nasty as hell.
I was previously married a few years back, and I had 2 miscarriages, and everybody that know me knows how bad I want a child, okay? And my time is short. Okay, at this age, I need to hurry up and have
Your
my
clock
child.
is ticking.
You got that right.
Almost topped.
Yes.
I got it. I
so-
had my son at 41, so I do understand that.
So I had my opportunity. I saw my opportunity and took it. I decided I wanted a baby.
Okay, so you testifying in open court that you saw an opportunity with some sperm from a young man still in your trash, and you decided you were going to take it.
Yes, ma'am.
You know that sperm
Damn.
jacking is a thing, don't you?
Yes, it is.
I never heard.
Sperm jacking. This is new. I never knew about that. This is interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. This is something I'm gonna have to look and then talk about this. Hold on. Sperm jacking. Checking on my phone real quick. And theft, also known as unauthorized use of sperm. Damn. So there is. So forced fatherhood can include deception by a partner about their ability to get pregnant or whatever. So sperm theft, also known as unauthorized use of sperm jacking, refers to a specific form of forced fatherhood in which a man's semen is used to impregnate a woman without his consent. Although the term is used, word theft, it falls under state of fraud, breach of contract, stealing of sperm in itself without using it for something. It's not illegal. It's difficult to prove. Yeah, and the funny thing is, it's difficult to prove. Yes, that's very true. But she's admitting that in court right now, and this is what the judge is talking about. So basically, there's a term for it, which is crazy because that means a lot of people are doing it. If there's a term for it, I never even thought that. Wrap it up, guys. Wrap it up and take it with you.
Of that.
You just said you looked it up.
Well, I looked it up on the internet, but I didn't know it was a thing.
So when you looked it up, you should have looked up to see that this is really happening and it's an issue.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you are admitting in open court that you did not ask Mr. Lightfoot's permission. You all never discussed and agreed to have a child together. You took it upon yourself because the condom was still there.
We discussed it, and now he's saying that he was
never
against
agreed
it.
to have
But he was
a child, Your
telling me,
Honor.
yes,
I know
that's
I look good.
He was
I know I got
he was
muscles,
down
I
with
look
it.
fit.
No, you was
What
down with it.
muscles,
You know
boy?
you was
Now
down
you
with
done
it.
Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, excuse me, I'm not sure what's going on with the internet, but this story is just crazy. It's insane, man. Why would anybody do something like that? Like seriously, why would anybody do something like that? You guys are not dating, you're not in a relationship. Why would you randomly want to have a kid with somebody that you don't even know? All right, guys, so I needed to reconnect. It looks like my internet was messed up, but this is part 2, so let's keep going.
He was
never
against
agreed
it,
to have
but he was
a child, Your
telling me,
Honor.
yes,
I know
that's
I look
good.
good.
He was
I know I got
he was
muscles,
down
I
with
look
it.
fit.
No, you was
What
down with it.
muscles,
You know
boy?
you was
Now
down
you
with
done
it.
took it too far. I was
My
here
shirt
for
a little
all
thick.
of your little sayings, but now you done talked about these muscles. Now hold on. Listen, Mr. Lightfoot, what I want to understand from you is, you're saying that after this one night stand, you never contacted her again, and then all of a sudden, a few months later, then you see your friend. This is your witness.
Yeah, my homie.
Please stand up, sir. I
My
want to
homie,
hear
Michael.
from you, because this is a mess.
Hello, Your Honor. How are you
Please
doing?
state your name for the court.
My name is Michael Lofton.
All right, Mr. Lofton, how do you know Mr. Lightfoot?
I know Stewart from college. You know, we played football together. He was my quarterback. I had been there already a couple of years. I was a receiver. And when he came, we just instantly
Okay, so
clicked.
you all have been together for a while, quarterback and receiver.
He and I have.
Yes.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right. You and him, not you and Ms. Adams.
Exactly.
I get that.
Not like that now. You know, we broke some touchdown records together.
But we
Okay.
ain't
That's
bring
it.
nothing else together.
Yeah. Coming up.
I just feel like I was taken advantage of because at the end of the day, like I
You know
will
better.
take
You knew
care
what
of
you
my
was
child
getting
if I have
into.
a
You knew all
child.
the risks involved
But see,
when you having
risks.
sex with somebody, and condoms are
Well,
not 100%.
no, Miss Adams,
either.
hold on
I
now, hold
understand
on
that.
now. Because you over there, you the older woman, but you
Exactly.
giving bad advice.
Damn,
Introduce
this is
them.
crazy.
You know, I thought that she would be a good influence on him. I thought that this would be an
I was a good
opportunity.
influence.
No,
I
you
was
out
a
here
good
stealing
influence.
semen. It's
All
not,
right,
it's
let
not
him
okay.
testify, Ms. Adams, because you
Yes.
done already testified to
Yeah.
what you did. What evidence do you have related to the emotional distress?
I had to take like therapy sessions. I
Okay,
went to
let me have
therapy.
that.
And I can attest to that, Your Honor, because I would take him back and forth to his therapy sessions.
I was tripping, Your Honor. Like I'm thinking.
Now let's just take a step back and let's just think about the whole situation, right? So you're a guy, you connect with someone, you smash, and then you dash, and then you leave something behind that ends up being, big enough that it's gonna end up changing your life forever. And mind you, it was a hit and run. It's not like they had a relationship, or they were hanging out, or they were spending time together. It was just a one-time thing, and that was it. And then they end up in a situation where he could be the father and have to be with this person for the next 18 years or more. So that is a stressful situation, especially if you don't know. I think that's the worst part. If he knew for a fact that, okay, this has really happened and this is me and all that stuff, then it will be easier to understand that, okay, yeah, he is a dad, he is a father, everything is good, but it's a terrible situation to be in because he didn't plan for it. I get that, but this is a stressful situation for anybody. I can't even imagine being in this situation. That would suck.
I'm having protected sex. Like, I'm thinking I'm like screwing up out here. Like, and so I needed to talk to somebody about like what's
You're
going on with me
thinking you're
internally.
being a responsible player, right? Because
During that time,
you're
yes.
out there doing your thing, but you're using protection consistently.
Yes.
And you didn't see this coming.
Yep.
I
And
didn't
now
see this
here's
coming.
an older woman that's admitting to you,
I was taken advantage of.
I
No.
took the sperm
No.
and I used it to have the baby.
Yes, now it's
But
like
we ain't never had no paternity test.
no, I paid
Okay.
to get one
Dun,
done.
dun.
I just feel like I was taken advantage of because at the end of the day, like I
You know
would
better.
take
You know
care
what
of
you
my
was
child
getting
if I have
into.
a
You know all
child.
the risks involved
But see-
when you having sex with somebody, and condoms are
Well,
not
no,
100%
Miss Adams,
either.
hold on
I
now,
understand
hold on
that.
now. Because
But-
you over there, you the older woman, but you
Exactly.
giving bad advice.
Like
Terrible.
If
they could be my
you
mama.
have sex with someone and use a condom, and you throw that condom away, there should be a reasonable expectation
Belong
that
to the county
that
now.
means that it's trash. It's not for you to dig back out, take a syringe, and inseminate yourself.
That's right.
called sperm jacking. That's why I asked you, did you read about it? And you know you did. That's how you know how to do it.
She planned this.
You
Sean.
should have also read that that's against the law to do that.
Coming up.
Against the law, guys. For all the ladies out there that might have things in their head thinking they want to do something crazy like that, be careful. It's not allowed. You're not supposed to. And man, simply wrap your shit and take it away with it. Take it with you. Don't leave it behind.
You had the paternity test, and thank goodness the court was able to retrieve those results, because I want to know if, in fact, Mr. Lightfoot is the child's father before I rule in this case.
This is starting to get to turn into a Maury show. This is very interesting. I'm excited. Wish I had some popcorn with me.
You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with a dispute between Stuart Lightfoot and his one-night stand, Tanya.
Now, this is going to be very interesting. Let's get started.
These life lessons are here for you to learn. I say all the time, your mistakes do not have to define you. They can refine you. That is for you, Mr. Lightfoot, and for you, Ms. Adams, because you know you wrong as the day is long. You ain't even making no sense. Now, my biggest question here is you had the paternity test, and thank goodness the court was able to retrieve those results, because I want to know if, in fact, Mr. Lightfoot is the child's father before I rule in this case.
That's
so
important.
with that said,
Wait, did he have tears in his eyes?
let's get to these results.
He must be nervous as hell, man. And so is she.
In the case of Stuart Lightfoot versus Tanya Adams.
Now look at this guy, man. Look at his friend's face. Very nervous. That's how you know you have a good friend. You know, he's very nervous for his own friend. And look at him. Feeling like this is going to be a decision that's going to change his life completely. So you could see how nervous he is. And she's very casual because she really wants that confirmation. So let's see.
As it relates to the child born to Tanya Adams, Mr. Lightfoot.
Your Honor, I'm willing to be a father if it's my baby. Like, I don't want people to think, I don't even want her to think like, if it's my child, then I'm willing to like stand up on my 2 feet and be a man and be a grown man, because I don't want to be a statistic, another black father out here running around not taking care of his kid, because I wasn't raised like that.
That was very responsible from him to say. But I'm sure he's hoping he's not. But still, that's I applaud him for that, because a lot of people don't do the same.
just feel like she hasn't given me that opportunity.
I appreciate that. And in this case, it has been determined by this court that you are not the father.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. I
So
told
that
you
means
Now,
you did this to
Miss-
somebody else.
Hold on now.
damn, the friend was rough. He went straight. He went straight for it. So she must have done it to someone else. That's brutal, man. So she's just bouncing from men to men to men until she gets the right one. So who did she do it with? And then at the beginning of the story, she was talking about the fact that she thought they were actually going to be something together, and that he played her or whatever. Meanwhile, she was the one playing around because clearly he wasn't the one. So it's got to be someone else. And it's terrible to even think that she's been doing that consistently with different people. So guys, yo, wrap it up and stash the damn thing when you leave because this is crazy.
Hold on. We're not at the club, so
I'm
let's
sorry.
not be dapping
I'm
up
sorry.
because this is very serious.
Yes, ma'am.
And while I understand that it is a relief to you,
Certainly
let's
is.
be respectful. Ms. Adams,
Yes, Your Honor.
I saw as soon as I read those results, you just fell over that podium. Mm-hmm. There are certain seasons in our life when maybe we lose ourselves. Maybe we're so desperate to have a child that we do things that are outside of the bounds of decency and the law, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And our moral compass.
Judge Lake.
That is just crazy, man. This is crazy. She's done it to more than just one person. Now, I'm curious to see who else she's going to bring next time.
This court, Ms. Adams, you have admitted in open court that you did steal the semen. Even though Mr. Lightfoot was not, in fact, your child's father, you admitted in open court that you did, in fact, steal the semen. That did cause him emotional distress. He did have to go to therapy. And for that reason, you are responsible. So in addition to having this beautiful child, do you know who the father is?
Ooh, she can't tell.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait, what?
All right.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Dude is
I
laughing.
hope you do.
Oh my God. It would be embarrassing if she said she didn't. So I can understand that. But it was a relief for the other guy.
And if you need to make sure of that, do what's necessary to establish paternity for your baby, because at the end of the day, the baby will be looking at you at some point.
That's
like,
right.
Where is my father? And that's on you. Okay? It has been determined by this court judgment for the plaintiff for $3,500. Court is adjourned.
And there you have it.
This is crazy. And there you have it. Just like he said. It's insane. So, moral of the story is simple. If you want to play, smash, dab, and run with your own, I'm not even going to say it, your own shit. That's it. Because otherwise, you might end up in situations like this, and this is not going to be helpful for you. It will be stressful. It will be, it's unnecessary stress that could be avoided if he simply took it with him. And unfortunately, you have some people that are like that. There are a lot of people that do crazy stuff. Like, all you need to do is just go on YouTube and just Google. You have a lot of Karens. You have a lot of, people are just doing crazy, silly stuff. So you got to protect yourself. You got to protect your mental. You got to protect your life, your assets, your everything, even your semen. It's crazy. So having said that, I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, most importantly, because I'm going to be dropping episodes and shows each and every day, multiple shows each and every day, and I hope you guys tag along. All right? See you guys in the next show.